Warning, spoilies ahead. Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
You okay?
I'm worn out.
Okay, you're worn out. We got a whole episodes to record here, partner.
Oh, I know. I sure do.
Do you know, though? Do you? Hello, welcome to Two Guys, One Film, a Project Nerd original show. I'm Dylan.
And I'm Dane.
And this week we have a special guest with us from the Murder, She Joked podcast. Let's welcome Katie. Katie to the show.
There she is.
Nice.
All right.
Oh,
Hi, Katie.
hey.
How are you?
Hi. I'm good.
Yeah?
Introduce myself or
Yeah. Go ahead and just what you do, all the jazz. What you want?
Great. Yeah, hi, I'm Katie Hennon. Living in Nashville, part-time improviser, full-time mystery lover.
Nice. That's a beautiful intro.
Thank you. It was not forced at all.
I wasn't
Very
practicing that
comfortable on
all day.
camera.
Well,
Awesome.
thank you for joining us on our show.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
I'm really
Definitely.
pumped. Really pumped. What movie are we watching this week?
Oh, well, I'm excited to talk about the 2018 film Searching, as shown in your background. Yes, very nice. It was written by Anish Chaganty and Sevohanian and directed by Anish Chaganty. So,
Okay.
hoping I'm pronouncing those names right. My best guess.
I doubt,
forgive me
butcher
in
them every time.
I doubt they're gonna watch, and if they do, hey, thanks for being supporters, I guess.
Yeah, I don't know. Pretty, I don't know, like standard but not standard mystery.
Yeah, it's a mystery in a different way, which I liked about it. It was like from the perspective of a computer screen, which was really cool.
Yeah,
Really neat
yeah.
idea.
Yeah.
I really like that because like you are getting all of the clues that the characters are getting. So it makes it a lot easier to try and solve, which I like to do when I'm watching movies.
Yeah, I got like way too into this towards the end. I was like, "Oh fuck, no way!" Yeah,
I know,
was, like,
same.
so pumped into it. So,
Oh, good.
but yeah, it
This
was
is actually, oh, sorry.
okay.
I was just gonna say, it's actually my second time seeing it. And so watching it the second time, I was like, wait, is this really obvious? Was I stupid the first time? So I'm glad that, like,
Yeah,
That
I
other
couldn't.
I don't think it was obvious.
No, like it got me towards the end. I was like, "Oh fuck!"
Yeah,
it's
it totally
so
got me.
mind blown. Because
Mhm.
like usual mystery movies, you think it's the wrong person. You're like, "It's that fucking guy. I knew it," and then you're like, "Oh wait, it's not. Well,
Yeah.
who is it?"
Yeah.
And then you think the story's
Yeah.
wrapped up. Nope, keeps
Totally
going.
not wrapped up.
Yeah, it's a good concept. This guy, his daughter goes missing, and he just uses the computer to find her. I guess I don't know. He gets on her like Facebook and Tumblr, whatever a Tumblr is. So
Yeah.
yeah, it's
Kind of like those, I don't know, I feel like it's a big thing in horror movies now to do like all via camera. I feel like there's a couple of those like webcam,
yeah,
but
Yeah.
I feel like it's a more useful tool here.
yeah. I didn't like. I knew they did that like during like pandemic movies. They did like the
Mhm.
webcam thing just out of convenience. But I liked this because it was like a original take on it.
It's
Mhm.
cool. It adds to suspense when you can't hear what they're saying.
Yeah,
You can just see them, and you're like, "Oh, what are you guys saying? What are you saying? It looks intense. Whatever it is."
yeah. And you're only
Yeah.
fed the information when they get it, and like
Yeah.
I think the screensaver part was like the weirdest part for me because it's like fucking answer the phone. It's just a screensaver. Oh my god, I was flipping out. That's good.
I know. It's very stressful. I've never had a screensaver be so stressful.
Yeah. I gotta say though, they still got Windows XP. That's pretty impressive. You don't
Hmm.
want to update. Keep it
Not at all. That
updated.
was
No.
a well, now you would because I mean it's no longer supported by Microsoft. But I loved that operating system.
I think my favorite part was like he opens it, and I was like, oh, he's gonna have to update the McAfee firmware, and then it ups it. I was like, oh shit, he does have to update it. It's like, I
Yeah.
had to go through that shit all the time.
Yeah, I
Super
really like
accurate.
those details. Like when at the beginning when they were just going through like showing up people using the computer just as like kind of setting the scene of the family. They had the kid they had her playing on addicting games,
I saw that.
which was like such a throwback.
It's like I remember that website.
Uh,
Yeah.
and like
Yeah,
the
and then they
Windows
did the
Media
scary
Player.
maze. Yeah.
Oh yeah, it was like the freak out people like reaction. It was so good.
Yeah. It's fun attention to details.
It was like I felt like I was watching the movie Up because like the first 5 minutes
I
was
wrote
just
that.
so yeah, it's so depressing within the first 5 minutes. Like, oh, she's going to school. Oh, she's got cancer, and then it's like, mom's coming home, date this, and then gets pushed
And
down to
then yeah,
this. I
and
was like, oh,
but it
Yeah.
sucks because she like recovers, like it goes into remission for a while,
Hmm.
and then there's the video of them jogging again, and that was a bummer.
I know.
so it was a rough start to the movie, and then it just is a rough whole movie after that.
Yeah,
So
it
I don't
only
really
gets
Yeah.
know.
worse from, well, I mean, I guess how do you compare apples and oranges? But like it gets worse from there.
Yeah, it's just a good taste of what's to come. They get you ready for it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, this
Yeah.
is gonna be horrible. Let's start you from the beginning. She dies.
Hmm. Hmm. And then I don't know if you guys noticed, but also at the beginning, before like the mystery even starts, there's like a bunch of news headlines, and one is trapped hiker survives 9 days in the Sierras.
Oh, I didn't see that.
Ooh,
Yeah, it has some
ooh.
really good foreshadowing, which I obviously didn't pick up on the first time, but now watching it again, I'm like, wait, are these? That's why I got worried it was really obvious, and I just was dumb
That's
the first time. So
yeah. Like I didn't even
No,
notice that
not at
at
all.
all.
Didn't even notice.
I do like
yeah,
that
it was
like
really.
beginning thing that they do the callback at the end when he's like messaging her. He's like, "Mom would
Mhm.
be proud too," and then deletes it. And at the end, spoiler alerts, he does it again. I was like, "Oh fuck yeah, he brought
When
it
he
back."
deleted it the first time, I was like, why wouldn't you? Why would you not say that?
They're just having a rough time. It's their
Mhm.
relationship.
You know,
Well, I don't
I.
know, because I mean, I don't feel like he thinks that they're having a rough time as a relationship. He just,
Mhm.
but like, there's that video that he, and we're jumping around again when
Yeah.
he's on that, what is it that cam website, and he comes walking in, and he's all awkward about them watching The Voice, So I don't
Yeah.
know.
But that really speaks to me because my dad loves The Voice, and he does try to make me watch it every time I go home. So that was some real.
When he's like FaceTiming his brother at the beginning when he's trying to make that gumbo, how his brother just like has a huge jar of weed just like sitting on his counter in plain sight. I'm like, maybe like hide it a little bit. Like,
Yeah,
oh,
put it
Mhm.
away a little bit. I honestly
yeah,
didn't even realize that's what it was
I
at
didn't either.
first.
Like I
I
thought
thought
when
it
he's
was just
just
like ingredients for
yeah,
cooking, and then he's like, and he brings it up and is like, "Oh, yeah, it is."
oh,
Yeah.
that's weed.
Yeah, it was almost like too obvious to be obvious.
Yeah,
Like it was like a cartoon rendering of a jar of weed. So like I would never have thought it was supposed to be a jar of weed.
and just out on my kitchen counter as one does. I put my drugs in
Yeah.
there all the time.
That's what I do. I'm like,
Mhm.
I'm gonna make a gumbo, and I gotta get my weed out.
Yeah, it
Mhm.
was a cool like foreshadowing setup to be like, oh, this brother smokes weed. Okay. And so then when
Yeah,
the
but
problem
like
Mhm.
arises
a dummy,
later,
I didn't even think about it.
no.
Like, and then I was like, oh, what?
Wait, yeah, I
There's
was
so much of that for me. Just a whole lot of what, really?
I know. Like, oh my God, of course he was making the gumbo for her. He didn't just like think of it out of nowhere.
yeah. Yeah, I
But did
I
I
was
think
too
that in the
wrapped up.
moment?
Yeah, I
Hmm.
was too wrapped up in this whole movie. Like every clue is new to me. I'm not even thinking ahead at this point.
I know.
Hmm.
The prices
I
for
don't know.
the piano lessons are outrageous.
That's yeah.
$60 for half an hour doesn't.
Is
That's too
this
much.
this woman must be like ridiculous. Like she must have been a professional pianist
Yeah,
back in
for
the
her to
day.
teach you in 30 minutes, I can teach you for $60.
I guess I'm not particularly familiar with piano lesson pricing. But it kind of makes sense that you guys are because I hear that you guys have like quite the musical past.
None of
Yeah,
us played piano.
a little. I mean, a little bit. We do play music, so some big
I
deal.
play more keys now than I did when
Yes.
I was
Well,
younger.
we're in a band and all that kind of stuff, so no big deal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You, I don't know, want to elaborate on that a little bit?
Oh, wow. No
Oh
one's ever
yeah.
asked the history of the band
Wow.
before. Okay.
Yeah.
Was
Let's
that
see.
way back in middle school?
Yeah, I think it was like an
Boron
October
metal
event,
activated.
and when that was when we were like, hey, let's start a band. And then of course you start with the radio thing. You get your little tape deck and you pretend
Yeah.
you're a radio DJ. And then it was just high school. We got our instruments,
I think
and
I remember borrowing my first bass in middle
and
school.
then we'd play our music live.
CDs for free, and people
Yeah.
would just either not take them or take them and throw them on the ground.
Yeah.
Boron metal complete.
Would you like to know the recording process, or is this for another time?
I think I got enough. Or I mean, like, I think I've learned enough about you for now. We can
Okay.
get back to the movie or
Yeah,
All
because
right.
I mean,
whatever.
the recording process is actually like the most interesting, but I guess I'll wait. I'll wait for later for that one.
Yeah, maybe part two.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, we'll do a part 2.
He Googled, I mean, I know he's probably like an out of touch dad, but he Googled her Instagram. I was like, why don't you follow her? Do you have Instagram or Facebook? Like, he's not following
It
his
doesn't seem
daughter.
like he's got any sort of like social media. Like he's somewhat techie, but all he really does is like call people using FaceTime and
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it was 2018, which isn't that long ago, but I feel like that's firmly adults only on Facebook era.
Yeah. It's like, oh, I don't want to follow my daughter. That's just uncool.
Or,
Right.
or more likely, the daughter was like, do not follow me.
yeah.
You're an embarrassment, Dad.
Well,
All you
whenever
wanna talk
whenever
about is the
he went to
voice.
look at her stuff, it was all private anyway.
hmm
And she hacked
Which-
in.
Smart, except for also now watching this, I'm like, oh my gosh, parents should have access to everything just in case.
Right?
You never know when you're gonna go missing, and then
No.
they're gonna have to go through all these steps of like getting in your email, changing your password through the email.
You know,
It's just-
and then like super lucky guess on that password.
Yeah.
and he's good.
I guess that one was probably maybe so old that it was like a shared account or something,
Yeah.
giving
Ah.
him the benefit of the doubt. I don't know. I was, however, one of the things that was like hard for me to get behind was when, yeah, she was calling and he didn't pick up because I don't know, if it were my parents at least when I was in high school, if I was not home before they went to bed, there's like no world in which they would not have their phone next to them in case there was an emergency.
Yep.
Yeah.
And apparently he only takes calls through his computer,
Yeah.
Yeah.
or maybe his phone. I don't know. I mean, I get it was like
He left his webcam on.
it's the way
Mhm.
for the audience
'Cause it-
to see, but like it's still like, why is he always on his computer like messaging his daughter? It's weird.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
He's
I don't
old.
know. I mean, to get it through the perspective of like the webcams and stuff. But I mean, I guess some of it was like news too.
Yeah.
It'd be like
Mhm.
news.
It also bothers me that he's on the Google homepage. He goes up to type Gmail when there's a Gmail link already on the Google homepage. I'm like, just hit the Gmail button, dude. Like, why are you typing Gmail at the top? I was surprised he didn't Google at the top. Like, send me
Google,
to
yeah.
Google.
But honestly, again, maybe it's accuracy. He's younger than my parents, but there's a time where that is what they would have done.
Yeah. How do I get to Google? Let me just Google
Yeah.
real quick.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. Oh, did you guys notice that the high school mascot was the catfish?
Oh,
No, I didn't.
man, that's fucking
Mhm.
clever. Man, I missed so
Mhm.
much shit, and
I
I
know.
feel
I
like I
feel
need to
like I
watch
was
this
like,
again.
what the hell, man?
That's fucking
Yeah. And
genius.
then there uh the other thing, which this one I didn't pick up on, I actually like ended up Googling it. But when he's trying to find like her friend's contacts and he's going through his wife's old list, a card comes up for Robert who has a crush on her, and that's the son of the detective.
Oh
Ooh, see,
yeah.
I missed that too. I
Yeah,
do
that one I
like
never looked at.
the fish and chips thing makes sense now too if he's catfishing her.
Mm-hmm.
Ah.
Ooh. Which I was like, it's got to be a catfish. The whole time I'm like, that's
Mm-hmm.
got to be a catfish.
See, I was like a dummy, and I thought it wasn't because like the cop calls and it's like, oh yeah, I checked into that. It's nothing.
Yeah,
I'm
Oh
like, oh
yeah. Well, then that's when she said that I was like, oh, okay, it was just a really short-lived red herring.
yeah, full on catfish. Full on catfish.
Mm-hmm.
I
Mm-hmm.
love when he's doing his own detective work and he's got his spreadsheets. Like there was that part where it's like scrolling through, and one of them was like Justin Bieber concert. I was like, ho ho, that's funny. And then when you find
Mm-hmm.
out who actually went to it, it was that guy that's like trying to like pick up on his daughter through all the comments. Like, I had a
Yeah.
prior engagement that night. And that was like the only comedic moment of the movie. It was like it got really quiet, and then it just went Justin Bieber concert
yeah.
confirmed. I was like, ah, nice.
Yeah. I laughed like a lot louder than I should have, but there's just so much tension build up at that point
Yeah,
that I was like, ah, something funny.
yeah, it's uncomfortable laughter. I don't know what to do.
But yeah, I did. I also noted that.
Yeah,
Just
I thought.
Bieber concert, lol.
Yeah,
Then the thing that really made me just be like, of course, was the detective when he's like calling her and he's like, I just feel like I don't know my daughter. I don't know who she is. And she tells that story about her son going door to door and stealing money from neighbors. And he's like, what'd you do? And she's like, I covered for him.
you're like, oh, because she's a
And
oh,
still like a
oh,
dummy, I was
yeah.
like, oh,
What a
she's a
mom.
cop. Who's gonna, she's a
Yeah.
cop. Why would she do it to some other kid? You know?
Yeah. And you're like, oh, it makes her like personable. It's endearing me to her because she's like not
Yeah.
too strict.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And she has a kid, so she can be like, she can say to
Mm-hmm.
him like, "Oh, it's I know what you're going through. I have a kid, and
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
he was a little butthole one time too."
Mm-hmm.
I do
It
like
was really just the movie playing us like a fool.
Pretty much.
uh, David's face when she's telling him that story, and she's like, "Yeah, he scammed people saying that he was raising money for father or moms and dads in blue, and he raised so much money." He like almost looked impressed at a moment. He's just like, "Huh, that's a good idea." Like there's just like that small moment of like, "That's not a bad idea." That kid got it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. You're like, he shouldn't, but smart kid.
He's a pretty smart kid.
Let's go around trying that, guys.
Yeah,
See if we
moms
can
and
do it.
dads in blue.
Yeah,
How old
I
are you?
think.
Uh,
Yeah, no one will question it. Or just in case people might be suspicious, just dress like a child. Like
there you
one
go.
of those hats with the helicopter, a big lollipop.
Yeah. Hello, ma'am or madam. I am a
Mm-hmm.
child. I am looking for money for my parents in blue.
Mm-hmm.
Full beard and everything too.
Yeah.
Got to get like
I
big
see.
glasses too.
Yeah.
Ooh. Yeah. No flaws in this plan.
There's I mean, there's a few problems I have in the movie. One being everyone is a really good typer. Like
Yeah.
when I type, it's constantly backspacing and I keep fucking up. Like these people, like one time really fast get it right. I was like, man, everyone in here is like really good at typing. And like
You got to
especially
practice,
instant
dude.
message, they're like so quick to respond. Like Jesus.
Yeah.
Because
I
they have
hadn't
their
thought of
face
that.
glued to the through the computer. They're just waiting the whole
Yeah.
time.
Response.
Mm-hmm. Also, there is a weird amount of FaceTiming.
Yeah.
Like, if you're calling your daughter's classmates, why are you on camera?
Yeah, that was a little strange.
And why did they pick up? More importantly, it's like
Yeah.
you have
I
to
know
pick up
if
the other side of that. You have to accept the FaceTime. So they could have just been like No, let's just do
No,
audio. I'm not
and that's
FaceTiming
probably what
you.
I would have done. No.
Yeah.
Hmm. Yeah, you screen it. You gotta screen it. They'll text if it's important.
Which fuck those kids. Ah man. Those kids that she went to
Yeah.
the study meeting or whatever are basically just using her to like get good grades in her SAT. Not really her friend. I was
Yeah.
like, man, and then
And
later on in
then
the
yeah,
movie, oh,
all that like bullshit, like, oh, we're so sad because she's gone, and
she was my best
He's my
friend.
closest friend.
Yeah, I love
and just like the
the
crappy
weep.
social media stuff on her dad.
Yeah, like
Hmm.
the weep that she does. The hang on and like stops. I'm like, oh, I fucking
Ugh.
hate this lady so fucking much, dude. And then they're at the
Hmm.
service too. I was like, man, fuck you.
I but earlier in the movie I was like, it's weird that nobody's pretending to be friends with like if somebody was missing, like I feel like everyone would want to get in on that action. So
Yeah,
then I was glad that they did do that because
yeah. They were just late to the
people are
party. You know,
mhm.
they don't know how to exploit things quite well. They're like,
Yeah, they're
ooh,
still learning. They're young.
yeah. You got to hop on thoughts and prayers immediately. When anybody's missing,
Hmm.
immediately
Yeah,
thoughts and prayers go to you.
Hmm.
you know, if
Get
you,
that Twitter following.
The
it's gonna start.
hashtag flowing, dude.
I'm gonna start just leaving that. Just thoughts and prayers, dude.
Thoughts and
Like what
prayers.
for what? Well, it's it's a preemptive thoughts and prayers.
Hmm.
Just in case you go missing, thoughts and
Yeah.
prayers. I
Hmm.
want to be the first on the
Then
Twitter
they'd
thing.
probably think that I was gonna kidnap them, just in case you go missing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
You might. We'll see.
yeah. And you would become the number one suspect if they did go missing.
Hey,
So
I just wanted to wish him thoughts and prayers. I just wanted to be number one. I
Yeah, I
want to
want to
get
be
the first
first.
like. Yeah.
yeah, that's the new first.
Yeah. First comment. Person
Thoughts and
thoughts.
prayers.
Yeah. Yeah.
Which scene
You.
is this?
Oh, this is the trash scene. See, which I really
Oh.
liked. It was really cool, like fucking detective shit that he had going on in it. And I also felt really bad for the dude because he's like really laying to his daughter when she's missing. He doesn't know yet about like you forgot the trash, and there was that super long text that he was gonna send, and I'm so
I was
glad he
like all
like
pissed about
deleted
it.
it. Yeah,
Hmm.
but yeah, like that.
Hmm.
It was really cool when he's like looking at pictures on the thing, and the lady's like, "Do you have anything that could help?" And like zooms in on like the laptop. He's like, "Oh, I've got something." I was like, "Nice."
I know. Man, yeah. I'd be. I don't know if I'd be as collected if something happened to my daughter like that. I don't think because he's all like sleuthing and shit. I'd probably be, what do I do?
Yeah,
What do I do?
pacing the floor.
Yeah.
Hmm.
I should have took it down my notes. I was like so captivated by this movie, I
I
stopped
know I
taking
didn't.
notes throughout like most of it because I was like, I sit there and I would take notes, but then I realized a lot of the movie had to be read because it's like text
Yeah.
on screen, so I stopped doing that, and then I just like stopped taking notes because I'm like, I need to figure out this mystery while this man does.
Yeah. My last note was I thought the brother did it, and I'm glad that he didn't.
Yeah, that would have been weird. Oh man,
Yeah. Like when
but
he's reading that, I'm like, oh God, dude,
that's your
yuck.
that's his. Oh, that's your uncle, girl. Ooh.
Yeah. But if it had been like one of those like trendy mystery TV shows, that is what it would have been.
Oh yeah.
So
If it was Riverdale, that would immediately be like it was the uncle the whole time.
yeah, yeah.
But then all these high
That
schoolers would have looked 30 if it was Riverdale. So
Yeah.
hmm. And the acting would have been a little less quality.
yeah, which I do have to say, I'm not an actor. I don't claim to be an actor or good at it. The guy who played David was the only one who like put it all into the movie.
I
Like
felt
he
the
was
same way about him.
he was good throughout the whole thing. Like he was like more subtle in his acting, and like a lot of people were like over the topping or like hamming it up in a way. Like I was like, why is everybody else like not bringing it to the table like this guy is? This
Well,
guy's
I
like
had to
killing
look
it.
this up because I was like, man, he looks like the guy from Harold and Kumar.
This is a guy from Harold Kumar.
Yeah, and so I was like, oh shit, it's totally him. And then I was thinking about Harold and Kumar. I'm like, man, he totally blows the other guy right out of the water. I mean, he's still a pretty good actor in that movie.
And it's a goofy.
Yeah,
Never seen
and it's
it.
goofy.
Yeah, not a goofy movie. It's a goofy movie.
A goofy movie.
Yeah, not the
Mhm.
goofy movie though.
It's not bad. It's pretty funny.
Yeah,
But yeah,
But
he's
yeah.
a pretty good actor in that too. He's a decent actor.
he's
Yeah.
good in this. Like he's the only one that's like believable. Like
Mhm.
the detective for me, she was like a little over the top, but I guess it's like how she's supposed to be. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like her job was hard because she had to be playing it two ways at once.
Yeah.
Like she has to look like the good guy, but then on a rewatch, everything has to look like she's panicking because she's afraid she's about to get caught.
Yeah.
But it
She's got
doesn't translate as well when you don't know.
yeah, because in your
No.
first time you're like, man, she's like really hamming it up. This is weird. And then you're like, oh,
Mhm.
she's trying to cover all of her tracks.
Mhm.
Like
Yeah.
she knows what lake without him ever saying. He didn't even say he was at the lake. She just was like, "Are you at the lake?" And I was like, "Oh." I didn't pick up on it till later. I was
Really?
like, "Oh, she
Oh
just
man.
knew." Yeah,
I
because when
didn't
he's like,
notice that.
yeah, when he gets there and he's like, "You told me she ran away," and she's like running. She goes, "Are you at the lake?" And I was like, "How did she know about the lake?"
I know.
'Cause she was there.
Wow.
I
I don't
see
know.
she slipped up.
I was a little suspicious when she was talking she was talking about the map, and we don't have to work on those ones right
Yeah,
there. We'll just cross those off. Those ones we already searched. You
don't
just said they
even.
were like
Mhm.
dangerous. How did you do it so fast?
We hit those first. Just don't worry about it.
Mhm.
Don't
But they
even
did
look
it
at
in a
their.
montage, so you never question a montage.
Yeah,
True.
Like,
True.
it could have happened off screen. Like that was the first places
mhm.
they hit.
There's a lot of like very questionable things, but it's just all things that are so easy to explain away. And then you're like, oh, I should have trusted my instincts.
Yeah,
It didn't make sense.
yeah. I thought it was the brother too. I was like, man, this guy's acting fishy. I don't like this. But then as I thought
Yeah,
about it more, I was like, that's creepy if it is. God, I hope it's not the brother.
I know.
Yeah.
I do like the
Well,
Ucast, which was like the early TikTok, I think, where people were just like live streaming and just people would randomly like it. And I was like, hey,
mhm.
It's what
they
it
predicted
reminded
the
me of.
future. Which I gotta commend like the production that goes into this because they had to like film a bunch of random shit with her to like put on this UCAS thing. They had to make like profiles for all these people, like bios and stuff like that. So like I feel like a lot of the production just went into like making all this fake accounts and stuff. It was really impressive. I was like, nice. Like
Yeah.
Yeah.
emails and stuff had like full text in it. I was like, did somebody have to write that for no one to read it? That's pretty fucked up.
For just like a quick like 3 second shot on the
Yeah,
screen where they only zoom in on the like one thing.
yeah. The rest of it just says
Oh,
blah 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 blah. You don't even notice.
Yeah. Missed piano lessons. Ooh.
I would honestly love to write those though. Like to be able to just hide something in there and like not have anyone notice it, but then you're showing it to your friends and you pause at the exact right moment. You're like, look what I put in there. I put a clue that would have solved it all.
And
Like I would
nobody
feel
even noticed.
so important.
That'd be pretty cool. I would just do like a recipe because I was like, I can't think of anything. I'll just type in a recipe and it'll look like a full email. Good.
That's smart.
Yeah. And then if somebody pauses it, they can go, hey, I'll try cooking that. And then they have a good dish while they're watching the movie.
I don't know. I
I
guess
wanted to do that with the gumbo.
Try
it's just
cooking
the gumbo recipe.
Yeah.
Mhm. They have the full picture. It's just really grainy, but I don't know. If movies have taught me anything, I can just enhance.
Yeah. Enhance. Zoom in on that. Clarify.
Yeah, it only works in the movies though. If you zoom in anything like in the real world, it just makes it blurry.
Oh, can you enhance that?
What if it's from a movie? Then does movie suspension of realism?
Does
They
it come
break the
through?
rules, so does it break in reality too? Yeah.
I think so, since it's technically still part of the movie. You should be able to see what the movie would see.
Hmm.
So would you
Yeah.
have to make like a video of yourself looking at something before you can zoom in?
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. You've cracked it, by George.
Yeah. You just sit there, film yourself, and go enhance, zoom, and then you can actually.
And then it zooms in on your phone, and then
Dude.
it's no longer blurry.
The government's gonna steal these secrets. You better patent pen at that, man.
Yeah.
It's too late. They're already watching.
Yep. So the part where they're like going to take the car out of the lake, I don't think California, being in California now, that they wouldn't do that as a live minute by minute thing for the news in the morning of like, we're gonna stay on this if there's a car being pulled out of a lake. They don't care. They do car chases and then that's it. But if there's a potential for a body, I don't think they would do that live
I
because it
know.
would mess
Just
with Stead.
I thought about that too. I like how they zoom up on the you know like the driver's seat. Oh, yep. There's nobody there.
Dang it. Yeah.
Yeah. Also, TMZ got pictures of like all the evidence.
That's how
Yeah. How?
TMZ
No.
works, man.
Yeah.
Like once again, I knew that we had to like see it through the computer, but I was like, the news wouldn't care this much about it to do
Mm-mm.
like
Hmm.
continuous live feeds and more like segments on it. It's like, I get it. I get what you're trying to do, but the news doesn't care that much. If it's anything I learned from Nightcrawler is the news doesn't care.
No. Maybe it was
I love
somebody
that
like that.
movie.
Maybe it was like what I can't remember what they call them now. They were all up in there. That's the guy that was they sold pictures to TMZ.
That's
Oh
scary.
yeah, like, yeah, the ambulance chaser.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I felt bad for this dad, like getting dragged at the beginning, saying like he killed her, dad did it, and then there was like
I
the
know.
meme of like the world's greatest dad goes to, and it's like that horrible picture of him just
Yeah.
trying to ask for help, and I was like, that's so accurate
Mhm.
what the internet does. Though. They just like fucking tear
Oh
people
yeah.
apart with memes. It's horrible.
But I mean, I thought about that too, and I'm like, man, if I saw him on the news talking like that, I might be that way. I might be like, he totally did it,
Yeah.
totally killed her.
Hmm. I mean, people have been accused for that before. Like, you
I
gotta
know. Well,
play
they
it
say it's like
just
the
right.
closest person to you normally.
Hmm. Yeah, but we knew, so
Yeah.
it was like, no, no, be
Yeah.
nice to him.
Leave him
So
alone. He's
yeah,
just trying to solve the mystery. Don't send memes about him, man.
Yeah.
And then like yeah, like the hateful emails and messages that he got, but then the instant they declared her as possibly dead, it was like nothing but support emails. And I
yeah.
Hmm.
love that. It was like once again scarily accurate to like how people would be like, ooh, I want to look good. I want to look like I care and I want more attention and more likes. So I'm gonna like thoughts and
Yeah.
prayers to this guy. Like it's fucked up, but it's so real. That's what's sad about it. I'm like, goddamn.
Hmm.
Like I thought it was kind of strange though that all. Well, no, I guess he was on the news that like memorial service place hit him up that was doing like the live stream. I thought it was strange at first, but now that I'm thinking about it, I'm like, no, he was all over TV and stuff. And
Yeah.
when they finally declared her dead, they're like, oh, yeah.
Hop
So
on
we
the
just
opportunity.
heard. So whenever you're ready.
I was like going like full conspiracy at that point, and I was like, is this a catfish too? And I was trying to piece together like what somebody would get from doing that, and no, it was just
See,
like a really normal thing.
I kind of thought the same thing, especially when that model showed up on there. I was like, wait, does she like own this? Like, is this like her
She
business? And she's just like, is she killing people? This is a strange,
I
like,
mean, the best way to do your business is, memorial things. The best way to do that is to have dead people. If your business is failing, you got to do what you got
Generate
to do.
clients.
Yeah,
I think we
exactly.
just came up with a cool movie idea.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
A mortician kills people just to keep his job.
Yeah.
I like
But
it.
it's digital, so he keeps emailing people, hey, heard so and so just died.
But then he spends all of his resources on killing people and covering up the crime. So then he just kind of is flat evil.
Or it's
after
to
that.
just kill people
Yeah.
forever.
It's like I'm not making enough money. Time to kill another person.
It's going to be a comedy.
Yep.
Mhm. I think it has to be.
Yeah, I don't know if we could play that one serious.
Then he finally gets caught because he accidentally emails somebody before he's killed them.
We heard you're in mourning. Wait, what?
What?
Shit.
What?
Yes, they're dead, right?
Yeah.
No. Oh,
Forget that email.
I'll talk to you tomorrow.
I do like when he kicks the shit out of that kid who was saying like, "Oh, she's in my like basement. I got her locked up or whatever." And
Mhm.
one other comedic moment, very small, was when detective's talking to him. She's like, "You hit him." He's like, "He'll be fine." She's like, "You broke his jaw." And I was like,
Like,
"He'll be fine. I'll walk it off. Whatever."
I was surprised that he didn't end up like, doing a little time for that. But I mean, even if the person was 18, that's still really messed up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like that's still assault. He did start it after all. So.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. I mean, he was talking to him. The kid swung at him. I don't know, but I mean, they're
I
in
think
California.
we're looking too far
I
into
don't
it
know the
now. We're breaking down
laws.
the
Like,
law. I think
yeah, I
the
know.
law is just
I
the
don't know
law.
specifically the law in California. No, apparently it's different.
Let me.
So saith Reddit.
Yeah. Oh, that's another part. I know this guy is like out of touch, but don't go to a Reddit, dude. Never go to a Reddit, especially about your daughter. It's like
No.
that's not gonna end well.
Yeah.
Stay away from Reddit, please.
I know I saw the like conspiracy mega thread. I'm like, don't click on that one.
Oh
Like,
yeah.
And then he read the YouTube comments, and you never read the YouTube comments.
uh-uh.
This guy breaks all the rules. I mean, I get it. He's a dad. He doesn't know, but
Yeah, it doesn't seem to phase him much though, because they don't really go into anything about that. They just show that people are being dicks and that's it.
I feel bad for the person who had to go and like read a bunch of comments to get inspiration.
oh man, that's like it's like a whole day of just cringiness, and then also being pissed
Yeah.
off at people. You're like, all right, I got to copy
God.
and paste this one. Is a really good one, but man, fuck this kid.
Mhm.
That was a really good comment. I'm gonna put it in the movie.
They were really accurate.
I'm wondering if there was like people that worked on the movie, if they actually like used their accounts to add comments on it or something like that, because that'd be kind of fun. Like, ooh, I'm gonna put my username on there in the YouTube, and I'll be one of the comments. Like, all right, cool, it'd be really fun. Like that's another cool thing they could
I
have
guess
done.
I guess what you would have to do is go to those and see if like type them in, see if they exist.
Oh, if they're real YouTube pages.
Yeah.
If those
That'd be
comments
cool.
still exist, if these videos on there.
That'd be actually
So,
really
like,
cool if they were literally still like uploaded to YouTube.
Yeah.
yeah, like it was like a guerrilla marketing campaign. Their actual, or at least I don't know about their like trailer at the time, but the one that comes up now, I did not think. I thought it was a very bad trailer.
I didn't even see it. Is it how
Yeah, I
bad
don't
is it?
remember.
I watched it like yesterday or the day before, and it's so like dramatic. Like I don't know, just like the kind of sound, and like, does he really know his daughter? Which is like not the tone of the movie at
Yeah,
all.
not all. Big action sounds. He doesn't know his daughter. You don't need. Yeah,
She's missing, but was it because she had a secret life? And I'm like, I mean, that's brought up, but it's still not the vibe.
yeah. I don't need your exposition on this trailer. Let me just watch it for myself. Like,
Mhm.
in a world where a man's daughter goes missing on the internet.
I think originally I saw this with my dad. And I also saw the movie Taken with my dad. And like
I think
the
I saw Taken
reaction
with my
to
dad
both was
too.
very similar. Where it was just like, be safe, please.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's really bad father-daughter movies to see. It's like, okay.
hmm hmm
That's when you're like, cool, I'm gonna go to the airport, Dad. Don't
Yeah,
worry about
guess
it.
I'm
I'll
on
be
my way
fine.
to the airport.
Yeah.
That's kind of our thing because we also, I saw Wolf of Wall Street on Christmas with my parents.
It's a weird
So-
family movie, but you know, hey.
Yeah, we didn't know because it was the day it came out.
Oh, ooh.
Yeah.
Was it one of those movies where you're like kind of sitting there awkward when like a really weird part would come up? You're like, I'm next to my parents. I don't know if I like this anymore.
Yeah.
I
It's
don't
not
want
great.
to.
So,
I don't want to see Leo DiCaprio like this with my parents around, or just in general. I don't want to see Leo DiCaprio like this. Oh, when
Did
he
we make it to the end of the movie?
when he
Where are we?
confronts his brother, and he's hiding those like GoPros in his house. Like like the brother like reaches right next to him. Like, how do you not see like it's a pretty big black square. Like you can't.
Were they GoPros?
Yeah, or something like that. They were like these
I
little.
was gonna say
small
I know because I
cameras.
thought the same thing. I thought he was gonna see it and be like, "Dude, what the hell?"
Yeah,
mhm.
but there was one cool detail which I thought was cool because they filmed all three angles at the same time. They get in that like scuffle and one falls to the floor, and in the other shot you can actually like see it on the floor.
Oh,
You can see like the little
really?
black, yeah, you can see like the little black camera on the floor. I'm like, that's really cool because then it's like the
Oh,
upward shot of the guy on the couch and everything. But when it does the shot from the kitchen, I'm like, you can see it on the ground. That's really fucking cool. Like, I don't
That
know why
is
I got
cool.
excited for that detail. I'm like, whoa, they really use the GoPros. Whoa. I was just distracted from that on out. I'm like, how'd they do that? Missing the mystery entirely. I'm like, ugh.
I remember thinking, oh, it'd be cool if they did that, and then still not noticing that they actually did.
Yeah.
It's a cool detail. I liked the mental image of like him going and buying like those nanny cams that are in stuffed animals, and him just like placing those around his brother's
Yeah.
house.
I thought you might like these teddy bears, brother. I'll
Yeah.
just put them conveniently in 3 different locations.
Yeah, don't move them.
Maybe this one in the kitchen.
You know, just get
See, like
happy.
what I thought he was gonna do is set those up and then like leave.
Yeah, when he
Like I
went to
didn't
his
think he was gonna
car.
start like questioning him like real hard out of nowhere. I'm like, was that the intention here? Or
Yeah, because when he's like, I gotta go to my car, like he opens the door and sits in it. I'm like, I guess he's just leaving. Okay. But then that was like a cool, like you see it like activating on the bottom and it sits like record. I was like, okay. Like there was some really cool, like neat tricks they did with it. And then some of them like, why would you FaceTime so much? And then like this behind me is like always on after he's had a call with somebody. I'm like, why is it
yeah, he
still
just leaves
filming
his
him?
webcam on constantly.
Yeah.
Nobody taught him cybersecurity.
if he if he updated his McAfee
Mm.
antivirus software, they probably would have told him like, dude, close your webcam, put some tape over it.
Cut this
Yeah.
out.
Yeah. We are seeing way too much, sir. Not like
Yeah,
we're watching.
they actually also released a unrated version where it's just like him getting in and out of the shower.
The steamy after
Extra
hours.
an extra an extra 2 hours
Yeah.
of
Dad
Mostly
showers.
really boring.
Yeah. Dad eating. Dad
where he
sleeping.
just has his breakfast
Yeah.
breakfast.
Quiet. And then you see him come up with the idea of the nanny cam. He's like, oh, good. And then runs out. And you're like, oh, now I know that part goes to. Nice.
Why would they cut that?
Yeah, it's a beautiful shot. Yeah, that was the last note I took was the GoPro, because then after that, I was like in it. I was like, oh, they caught the guy. They caught the guy. Who was it?
Oh, and then that video of the guy's confession,
Hmm.
which I thought was super weird. Like that came out of nowhere.
Yeah.
But still, I didn't click.
Yep.
Still didn't.
No. Even though he was in the picture, like of in an article, they already showed us.
I didn't even
Yeah.
see him in that picture because I was too busy
I
looking
didn't
at.
either.
I was too busy looking at her. I'm like, is that the lady from Will and Grace? Oh, it is. Okay. Totally missed every detail. That's probably why they're doing it. It's like we get a big name actress, we put her in there. No one's gonna notice this.
One's gonna notice the
sleazy
background.
guys, and you'll be fine.
Well, yeah, because I mean, you just assume, oh, this is like some work she did with some ex-cons. You know, she's a good person. She helps out. You know, and then you see her getting that award or whatever because she was top of her class, and you know,
Forced confession. Forced
Totally-
confession.
totally got me.
She got
Yeah.
me.
But also, she like straight up murdered that guy.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Because like the other one, she's just covering it up.
Yeah,
But this
Mhm.
one, she was just like,
just
even the cops like, so was it suicide? And she just goes, I did it for my son or whatever she said. I'm like, that's fucking murder. That's just straight up murder.
yeah. So you murdered him for your son.
Hmm. What a role model.
Oh.
Oh,
First-
he's not like the other kids, you know.
Yeah. You know what prison would do to a boy like him? What kind of boy is he? I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, do some good,
Yeah.
Hmm.
at least for society.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Like,
Also,
all right,
I feel like it
mental
would have
hospital
been.
then.
Yeah, that's true. But also, if he called 911, it might have been like manslaughter.
Oh, so if like she would have called 911?
Or if he
Or
would
like
have.
if he had called 911 instead of his mom. Because it
Oh.
wasn't on purpose.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Was that like involuntary manslaughter or some shit
Yeah.
like that?
but I mean, she didn't die, so I mean,
Right.
so
if he would've
But I
basically,
mean-
told the truth.
the whole situation could have been avoided altogether
Yeah.
if his mom just didn't freak out. Oh,
Hmm.
she's dead. She's dead. I can't
Lesson
tell anybody.
lesson learned, children. Always do the right thing. Call the police
Yeah.
immediately. Don't try to cover it up. Just call the cops.
Or at least check and see if the person's alive.
Well, it was dark. She fell down the canyon.
True.
Yeah.
Just assume that she's
But
dead.
still check, because otherwise you also might get a like I know what you did last summer scenario.
Ooh.
You don't want that either.
Nobody
No, no,
wants
no,
that.
no. Or I still know what you did last summer. The kid could get it twice, and you don't want
Hmm.
that.
Yeah.
Hmm.
She'll fall down the cavern again, get back out. Sequel. God, yeah, that it's sad to think about. The movie could have been summed up if the kid just did the right thing and called the police.
You know, and then
Hmm.
I think about it. I'm like, it's one thing to cover up for your kid stealing a little bit of money, you know, a few neighbors, whatever. But like covering up like a murder, like come on,
Yeah.
gotta draw the line somewhere.
That's what
Yeah. And
that's what we call
it's
a
not even
smother.
like it's not like she gave him an alibi. She like just like killed a man for him.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's cool. Mom's gonna take over. I
And then
got
she just
this.
Hmm.
like straight up
Hmm.
lied on certain evidence, and she just like skipped over shit. Like when she
And
said
like
she
made
interviewed,
evidence.
yeah, when she said she like interviewed that lady, she was working at the diner there at the restaurant. There's CCTV. Don't worry about it. It's legit. Cover that up. Because that was a cool moment too, where like when it showed that email and he puts the pictures together of like the fish and chips and that lady, I'm like, this fucking lady did it. Oh my
Hmm.
god. And then I saw it was stock footage. I was like, so wait, it's a catfish, right? No, she did it. And then she gets the
Yeah.
call. I was like, she's not a fucking waitress at all. What the hell is going on?
No, I'm a model. That's it's. Oh, he got the number from that website that he
Yeah,
had to like pay
Hmm.
for.
yeah. Which that was a very other comedic moment when he's like typing in that kid's name to get his phone number, and it's like you gotta have a membership, and it like shows him like reaching for his wallet. Then the next scene is like him actually doing it. Like, that was a pretty good moment too.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Like,
that was for the kid. How did he
yeah,
find that model then? Just through her picture?
yeah.
He just did a image
Reverse,
search on
yeah,
Google.
yeah. Reverse image search. I've seen it all the time in the show Catfish. Neve does it all the time. Anybody can do it.
I must be missing that part of Catfish.
It's like that's like the first thing they do in most episodes. They take their pictures, they reverse Google it, and then they see that it's like somebody else, or it's like attached to like 6 different profiles and stuff.
All
You
right.
gotta watch more Catfish, man.
Yeah. When I've got some more time, I will watch more Catfish. It's always weird. I never know I don't know what I would expect if someone did that to me. I'm like, I don't know how to feel about this. It's weird.
If you were to get catfished,
Yeah. And I'm like, and now I'm on a show.
yeah.
Hmm.
I guess it would depend on if I was the catfisher or the one getting catfished.
Is that
You
what they're
know,
called? The catfisher?
I don't know. I just kind of thought about
Catfish
that.
fisherman.
But like, I wouldn't want to be on camera if I was the one catfishing someone. But I guess I would want to be on camera if I wanted to find the person. I guess
I
it
guess
depends on what side
it's
you're on.
I don't know. I guess the whole catfishing thing, for attention. I mean, I've seen some strange people on there. So.
Katie, how do you feel about catfishing? What side would you want to be on?
Um,
It's like the nose.
Morally, I'd rather, I guess, be the victim. I guess,
It's a
but
strange question. So
it's a
there was
pretty bad
catfishing
thing to be.
situation.
Yeah.
And unless it's some sort of Robin Hood scenario, so I'm catfishing like billionaires and then like getting money and then like giving it to the poor. Some sort
Okay.
of internet folk hero.
Okay.
Ooh, there you go. Another movie idea right there. You're like a hacker.
Just a
And
really good catfisher,
yeah.
and you just catfish rich people for money. It'd be cool. It's a heartfelt movie. It'd be like a Nicholas Sparks book, but
Aw.
yeah. Because then in the end, they catfish the one they actually love. You know.
Aw.
And then they learn
A
that
lot of good ideas being generated.
the catfish was in them the whole time. Christmas spirit catfish was in them the whole time.
It's a Christmas movie.
Yeah, it is now. It's on Hallmark. Man, we're just spitballing ideas here. This is just fucking great. Screw the podcast. We're getting
I know.
into
It's just
fucking
about
Hallmark
movie
movies
ideas.
now. Yeah.
Catfish. It's a Christmas movie.
Yeah.
It's a feel-good
It's
Christmas
about capitalism.
Mm-hmm. It's got what every Christmas movie needs.
Oh, in the end, you try and catfish Santa, and then you fall in love.
Whoa. Because the person who's Santa is also catfishing because they're trying to be a good person and hand out gifts to people because they never had a good Christmas.
I hope that's why they're being Santa.
Boom. Boom. Not just getting like free
Not just
milk
being
and
a
cookies.
creep.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's why he's a catfish, just for milk and cookies.
Yeah.
Just so he could break into your house.
Yeah. It's like I don't want to go buy it myself. I'll just rather spend a lot of time getting these
Yeah,
people's hopes and dreams up.
Totally Santa.
Yeah.
Don't forget the milk and cookies though. I ain't coming if you don't
Yeah.
put them out.
Now leave your door unlocked between these times. And no oatmeal raisin. I swear to God, if you do oatmeal raisin again.
I'm never coming back.
Yeah. This movie took a weird turn. I think
Yeah.
I don't even know where we left off.
We were talking about the mom. Well, yeah, she was giving her confession.
Right, okay. So how does the guy find it again that it's the mom? He was doing that internet.
He figures it out because of the model.
Oh, that's right, because he calls her.
Because he
right?
calls her. Yeah.
And then after that, he Googles the detective again, and
That's when he finds that
like
picture.
re-finds the article. Yeah.
That's right. Because, yeah, when he's on the phone with someone at the station, he's like, I need to talk to her. And I'm like, oh, it's impossible. She's really busy. And they're like, I'm really sorry, but I'm so happy that she volunteered for your case. And that's when I was like, wait,
What?
volunteered? Like, that's when I was like,
Like no, she was assigned to it.
nope. This movie got you. It kept getting me. I was like,
It got me.
fuck.
Got me.
And that I really liked that the way that last kind of big part of the movie was playing out. I thought it was great that it was just the footage of the live stream and there was like no audio. So all you got was like the visual for it, and then like right when something's about to happen, it's like the live stream ended. It was like, what's going on? What's going on? And it was like, oh, fuck,
So
that was
did he
good.
call the cops and then rush over there?
I think
Or
so, yeah.
were they there and then they just let him go in first? Because
No,
I
I
was just
think-
like, why would they do that?
He's like, I want to make it more dramatic. Let me go in first, guys.
And then you're surrounded.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna stand here and look at you with all shameful.
But that, just the way that it played out after that too, it was like it would cut from her confession to like the footage of them driving down the road, back to her confession, and then back to like the footage where then it shows that like turned around because he's like, you can survive with 2 days because it rained. I was like, oh fuck, dude. Because I thought that earlier in the movie too. I was like, man, even if she is like hurt, she's gonna be dead by now. It's been like over a week. This lady's dead.
I know. And when they said the rain, I was like, oh man, well, what about flash flooding? Is that a thing there? I know in Arizona it is. I'm like, so I mean, she could have died from that.
Yeah.
That rain looked pretty heavy to me.
Gotcha.
Well, I'm glad she didn't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Spoiler alert. She doesn't die, folks. She's alive the whole time. All fucked up, but she's alive. And once again, the news is like way too involved into that case.
They're like, and there they are. Yep, they're dragging somebody up.
Let's zoom in on that body. Could be a dead body. We don't know. We're not supposed to show this, but we're gonna do it.
We're gonna do it anyway.
Because we've got nothing better to broadcast than.
Listen,
car
those
chases.
24 hours news channels got to fill it with something.
That's true. That's very true. It's like one guy in the booth like, hey, someone's getting rescued. Roll it. I don't give a shit.
We need something to fill it.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. I mean, it started getting kind of big.
Yeah.
You'd think that You'd think that the detective wouldn't have like tried to draw so much attention to it though, like so much media coverage and stuff. I mean, she even goes on TV. She's pretty ballsy.
Yeah, I think that's why originally she was trying to make it a runaway case because nobody cares about runaways.
Yeah.
Well, she
But
almost got away with it too.
I know.
If it weren't for her meddling dad.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, she was like really trying to push it off as like, oh, she's probably just gone. Don't worry about it, guys. All the evidence points to nobody. It's a closed case. Don't have to
Yep,
have the
she's
media
gone.
anymore.
She ran away.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Man, looking
And
back. Oh God, go ahead.
yeah, the money laundering thing, like, really played right into her hands.
Yep.
I thought that was so weird. I was like, really, a teenager though? Like, why?
Yeah,
Like she could just.
she had
So...
a.
Go ahead.
Oh no, I
interrupting
just
you. I
was.
keep interrupting him.
No, no, no.
'Cause-
I keep interrupting you.
No. But I was just saying, like, because, like, looking back on it, why the fuck would she need to hide the money? She already has the money from her dad. She doesn't need to, like, filter it into something else. But then again, the detective lady got me because she's like, oh, she's trying to get a new life. She bought a new ID with it. And I was like, oh, that's what she was doing. Because I'm an
She hit
idiot.
up
And I was
a.
like, oh.
Well, yeah, because she even says, "Oh, he or she hit up a counterfeiter that I'm familiar with." You
And
know,
I believed her.
I did
believed
too.
her.
Hmm.
I did too.
There was no reason to question it, so I was like, "All right, well, there's
Yep.
something going on here that's fishy."
She's a cop. She would never lie to us, right?
Right.
God damn. I keep thinking back more on this movie. I was like, that fucking makes sense. God damn it. Why- Yeah.
I know,
Like,
and I'm sitting here thinking, like, how did I not see it?
yeah, I feel dumb, but that's what makes it such a great mystery movie is because like it
Yeah.
gets you. You didn't see it
Mhm.
coming.
I will say this: I watched it with my wife, and she knew before I did. She even brought it up, and I was like, "No way! It's totally not her." Like, I don't know how would it be? She's like, "Oh, I told you, she was acting weird," and I'm like,
Nope.
and I'm still sitting here like,
Who could it be?
but yeah, it got me. That's for sure.
Hmm. I remember being like, "She's acting weird," but that makes no sense.
Yeah, like why would
Yeah,
she?
Like,
that's
I
what I
couldn't
was
think of
saying.
any reason that they would be involved.
I just counted it as bad acting
Yeah.
until you brought up the fact that she's got to play both sides of it. So I was like, that's why she's acting like that. Damn it. Looking back, she was a good actress in this movie. Fuck, I
Yeah.
should have been dogging her the whole time. Like, she don't want to act, whatever. And then, once again, I'm not an actor, so I don't know why I'm pretending I know shit about it.
Yeah. But yeah, as soon as they went to the church, I look over and I'm like, "Oh, you were right. Oh my God." It's like, damn. That was good.
Congratulations to your wife.
She's a good
Yeah,
mystery solver.
she blew it out of the water
You
on
did
that
it.
one. I was like, man,
I'm still
I
trying
could
to
never
figure
be
it
a
out. She
detective.
got it at the beginning of the movie, and I'm still like,
Yeah.
wait a minute.
wait, so
What?
that guy was her dad?
Hey, everybody. Listen to Project Nerd, a super cool podcasting network that's also pivoting to video. And while you're there, check out Murder She Jokes, an untrue improvised crime, an improvised untrue crime podcast.
Like I forgot the tagline of my own show.
That I invented. I mean, the tagline, not the show.
You can take credit for the show. It's fine. I'm just gonna edit
Okay.
that to where it's just you saying I invented the show, and then
Hmm.
put that out there.
She wouldn't stop saying it.
It's the whole episode. She just kept saying I invented the show.
You know,
Like,
Murder
oh.
She Joked. It's
No
pretty
one
awesome.
helped
I
me.
invented it. But yeah, I did feel like a dummy after like, and especially now that we've like gone over it again, I'm just like, oh my God. But again,
Yeah.
you're right. That's what it was supposed to do. It was supposed to trick us into like,
Mhm.
you know, trick our brains into thinking like, oh, they did it. No, they did it. And it's fun. That's what makes a mystery movie fun. Like
Yeah.
Dylan said.
Mhm.
Makes a good mystery. It was a good movie. God damn it.
Yeah.
It was good because I'm still thinking about it. That's what makes it a good movie. God. Let's rate it. Let's rate this movie.
All right.
Let's get into this. Katie, you go first. What would you rate this movie?
On a scale of anything.
Yeah, it's up to you.
All right. I'll give it 4 magnifying glasses out of 5.
Ooh. Okay.
All right.
Why
So
why would
it's
you
a-
give it 4 magnifying glasses out of 5?
I mean, I think I really liked. I think it is to its credit that like watching it again, I feel dumb. Like I like that all the clues are there. And so for a mystery, I think it's very good. And I think the medium was very cool, but it provided like a couple limitations that had moments where I was like, really? But I don't know how they could have worked around them given the device of the movie.
Dane, what would you get it?
If we're going on the 5 scale, probably about a 4 as well. Again, it made me feel like a dummy. I take a star from that. No, it was a good mystery movie. It was cool because again, it tricked me. I still think back. I'm still thinking about it. Like, man, how did I not see it? But like you said, Katie, she had what's her name had to act 2 parts pretty much. I thought it was pretty genuine, but again, I got fooled. I enjoyed it. So yeah, 4 out of 5.
I think I'm gonna do 4.5 antivirus softwares out of 5. Reason being, in the beginning of the movie, I was like, it was like pretty cool. I was getting into it. I really liked the style of it and the way, like you said, the medium of like it's from the computer's point of view. But then I was like, some of this doesn't make sense. Like, why the fuck is he always like FaceTiming? This doesn't make sense. Then you kind of have to. But then like once it started like really getting into like the crazy mysteries of it, I'm like, this movie's fucking great. I'm in this. So there was like just a few small things that like would have made it a 5 for me of just like he wouldn't be zooming at this time, or why the fuck is he always messaging his daughter
Like
on his
sleeping with
phone?
his camera on and
Yeah.
shit.
Small things like that, but like in the long run it has to be there for the movie. Like you can't always just have little bits of the dad. You got to see him more. I get that. But that being said, I would give it a 4.5 because it was a great mystery. I'm still thinking about it. I want to go watch it again after just watching it today. It's just
You will
fucking...
feel so stupid.
That's why I want to watch
You'll
it again,
feel
because
so
I'm like,
stupid.
be stupid. I'm just gonna put a thing right now over Dane and I's face that just goes dummies.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm also a dummy. I just was a dummy 3 years ago, and I've continued to be a dummy.
It's so good
So.
though. Damn. I would highly recommend this movie.
Definitely.
Watch Searching. It's fucking good.
I was excited to have an excuse to get somebody to watch it because I talk about it and I don't know anyone else who's seen it. But then I watched it and I got deeply self-conscious.
As everybody keeps saying to us when they're like, I wasn't sure what to pick, and I felt all self-conscious about it when we picked it. I'm like,
You picked a great movie. Like
Yeah.
every time.
every one of them.
Every one has been a great movie. You guys have great taste.
Thank you. Well, this was super fun.
Thanks for having.
Yeah, thanks for having us on our show.
Thanks for having
Yeah.
us.
Oh my gosh, anytime. Yeah, come back whenever. I may or may not be here, but your studio is open to you guys whenever you need it.
Fantastic.
I think I'm gonna put another dummy word over me on that one. Dummy. Thank you for being on our show. We really appreciate
My
it.
pleasure.
Yeah, it was really.
It's been fun, and it's been really fun having you guys on because it's easy. Like it's easy because you guys already do this stuff, so we don't have to feel like it's never like we say something funny and then you just say nothing and stare at us like we're weird.
I mean,
Yeah.
we are, but it's fine.
Well, yeah.
I mean, who isn't?
For Two Guys, One Film, I'm Dylan.
And I'm Dane.
And I'm the dummy guest, Katie.
Thanks for being on the show.
Yep.
See you next time.
Thanks for having me.